Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome to the first episode of 2021. The terrible, wretched 2020 is finally behind us, and that means that it's a new year, a new you, a new start. And I guess the first thing to begin this new year with is a reflection on 2020. What made 2020 so bad, and what can we do to start off on the right foot, right? I think to do that, it's best that we start off with a quick clip from our episode beginning 2020. It was a new year, a new decade, and Steve and I at the beginning of the year had a podcast with resolutions and advice to kind of take into the new year, and unfortunately it seems as if we listened to none of it, and it's more applicable than ever before, and I think it'd be great advice taking into 2021. They always say you'll never work a day in your life if you're doing something you love, and that's the mantra you need to march forward in. We're going into a new decade. Most of these listeners are just our friends. So we're all in our mid-20s, and we're about to start life. Like, school was its own animal, and now we are about to start building families and creating professions and really building a life for ourselves that we could either be proud of or be miserable in. So again, the mantra for the listener, things to think about moving into 2020. Simply put, titled, What is Life? Who are the people you love and trust in life? What is worth living for? And what makes it worth it? And finally, what makes you happy? What's funny is, having a philosophy degree, every philosopher under the sun has asked what is happiness and what makes people happy. That's an unanswerable question. I think that's the carrot at the end of the stick that keeps you running. You get endorphins, you get releases of the spurts of good feelings, and you think, I want this all the time. And that's what makes you go to work. That's what makes you want to have a family. That's what you build things, because this unobtainable fiction of full, complete happiness, I don't think truly exists. But you do need to think about, what is that carrot you're chasing after that you'll never catch, but what is worth running after? What is compelling you to keep going and motivates you to get up every day and grind? Because like you said, you should never stop grinding. You should always be working, but work in something that you enjoy and want to profit from, and in that, you'll find your happiness, your niche that you can prosper in. Any final thoughts?
No one has the answers except yourself.
Great point.
And even those, you don't know if they're right. You just got to keep moving forward with it.
I like it.
It's just how it is. I mean, there is no true answer, because your answer is different than my answer. But that's why you have friends, and that's why you have family. You trust them enough to talk to them about it, to have a discussion about it, and then hopefully they have the respect of you to give you an honest answer and then tell you, but that's just me.
Right.
Because I'm different than you. Closing thoughts, as you said.
Yeah.
You're the one who has your answer. No one else does. People who care about you are there to help you find it.
I like that.
Not by telling you it, by just helping you through the process, by being there.
So. That's it. And so be there for your friends. That's it too. Love your fellow companion. You know, not to digress too quick as we wrap up, but dude, all the Canadians and liberals were upset over the movie The Joker because it praised a psychopath, and I think everybody missed the message. The message was, this was a man struggling and was beat down every day by his fellow companion. His neighbor screwed him every day repetitively until he broke. And so when you're on the train and you're next to a stranger, it doesn't kill you to be nice or to just not be mean. And so these things add up. So moving forward to Steve's point, be there for your friends. Don't be afraid to make friends. You know, if you're blue, your friend can be red. And if you're red, your friend can be blue. Hell, mix a little bit and make some purple. But thank you. Enjoy your new year. Wishing you and your family the best. And we'll get you on here again, Steve.
All right.
Peace.
Sounds good. Have a good day.
As you can see, we're more entrenched in our teams more than ever. There's no mixing of different ideologies and different perspectives. Now more than ever, people are entrenched in their beliefs, and I think that's kind of the problem that caused 2020. Now, I understand 2020 brought a lot of problems, and if I asked you what made 2020 so bad, at first I'd want to kind of imply that it might have just been the internet. But we cannot deny that businesses were closing and livelihoods were destroyed, and even family members were lost, and that's a huge heartbreak for everybody. So I completely understand that there was heartbreak, but heartbreak comes with any year, right? That's just life. My question is, what made this revolution around the sun so much worse than any other? And I think it was this sense of community that we lost in our society. We had reached a lot of problems, whether it be this new Kung flu or social justice being surfaced and brought to the forefront. When all these problems occurred, we just blamed our neighbor. We blamed each other instead of the real aggressors and problems, right? Think about it. You're being told you can't see your family on Thanksgiving. You're being told that you have a curfew like V for Vendetta, that you need to be in your house, while the mayor of Houston or Austin is out in Cabo, while Gavin Newsom is closing every vineyard in California but his own. When, just like Nancy, the mayor of Chicago is getting her Beetlejuice hair done. In the end, guys, I think this was an eye-opening time for all of us, whether it be islands that elites are taking children to, whether it be the propaganda machines that we call the news. I mean, these talking boxes are controlling the attitudes and the narratives, and it's become more clear than ever. So the real question is, what do we do about it? New year, new opportunity. And guys, I think if we look at 2020, the majority of the problems were brought to us by ourselves. We either fostered it or we were ourselves the aggressors. We pay our taxes, and what do they give you more than anything but a few crumbs? $600. What are you going to do with $600? When in the end, they've been taking that same money, all your money, you lose half a paycheck, and it's going to bail out their buddies and lobbyists. They're going to Pakistan and Afghanistan and all these countries who I thought we were at war with. What is going on here? So nonetheless, guys, I think the most important thing moving forward is to not forget. And to stand your ground, to be awake. You know, I think that's how we're going to build community of people of different sexes, genders, races, heights, hair colors. The way to get along with people who are different than you is to be true to yourself. And then also, I understand we do have to have this fight against our ignorances. And if we don't snuff it out, it doesn't go away. Guys, I appreciate you. I bring as much affection and love as I can into this new year. I think we should all just be radiating good as much as we can, but I recognize we're not all Jesus, so do what you can. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for making last year so fun, and I look forward to a whole nother year of bringing you some fun, great entertainment. Now, before we move forward, because we got a great episode for you, I just want to say, guys, if you could, please support the Rethink Tank. And yes, a great way to support the Rethink Tank is buy some merch and follow us on the social medias. But the most important thing you could do is, if you enjoyed today's episode, if we bring you a smile or laugh or make you think, please share this video with your friends. Don't be afraid. Share them with your friends. Spread the video, and that's the best thing you could do for us. I thank you. I beg of you. And without further ado, today's episode, we're introducing a new type of segment. This video was actually filmed last year, just a couple weeks ago. And the new segment or style is going to be called Channel Changers, because normally I have cherry-picked social topics and maybe it's usually tailored for the guest. It depends, but I'll usually pick some topics as we move forward. But for today's episode, Channel Changers, and you can expect when you see Channel Changers moving forward, what it's going to be is just a slew of random clips. The clips themselves will spark conversation, and they range from all over. It could be motivational and social, and it could just be hilarious. So look forward, and you can get excited for the next time when you see Channel Changers. We'll have it more tailored to that. But today's episode is with Vinny Hennel, drummer for the band Quick Mystery. If you haven't checked them out, they have a great sound, so please make sure you check them out. But please enjoy my conversations with Vinny. We have a lot of laughs and a lot of great times. So without further ado, enjoy episode 54.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's a relevant question.
Perfect.
I don't think so. This is about our lives. This is about American lives. And it should not be partisan. Science should not be partisan.
At some point, the daily drumbeat of depression and terror veers into panic porn. FDR said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
I think the question is,
News sources have to rein it in.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
We need the news to calm down and treat us like adults.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And thanks for joining me again. So I got a really special friend joining me. We're going to get deep into the weeds. We got so much today that we just got to keep a solid pace. So introducing a friend from a long time and a very talented friend, Vinny Hennel. Thank you for joining me, brother.
Hey, thank you for having me, Alex.
I
Appreciate
cannot
it.
wait. I cannot wait. So Vinny,
I don't even know what we're getting into, and I'm already excited.
we're just throwing Vinny into the whirlwind. To set a tone, Vinny, I have just a bunch of clips, and we're gonna run through them.
Okay.
Vinny and I are gonna have a special game at the end, and to kind of maybe solidify our stomach, we should start with something strong.
Okay.
So, Vinny, brace yourself, my friend.
All right.
So this is like ASMR. That's what it's called,
Oh,
right?
is it really?
And I've noticed, okay, so you saw with the one chip challenge, Kemp was gagging at this point and it made him puke and he ran
Right.
off.
Yeah.
Now I've been exposed now to, this is like a thing in the Chinese culture.
Yes.
Chinese people do the ASMR, but they love it with squid. That looks like she's torturing herself.
They also just love it with most, almost living creatures, living just aquatic life in general. I've seen multiple videos about this, and I personally, I find this girl extremely attractive, and it is making it I'm going back and forth with this is disgusting. That's kind of hot. This is really disgusting. I'm not about it because. Yeah, it's capturing every crunch.
Vinny, I got a real question for you. This
Yeah.
is the real one. She's cute. I'm with you. You said it. I'm rolling with the punches. She's cute. I agree. Now, you're on the Tinder. You're on the app machine. You're swiping.
Right.
You come across a cute girl. She goes, it's a quarantine. We got to go to the sushi place that I trust. She meets you for dinner.
Okay.
She orders the Kung Pao squid.
Yeah.
You kick back, and she pulls out 4 of these bad boys and starts eating like that. What do you do?
I'm rolling with the punches as well, man. You only live once. If she gets the squid, if she offers me some, I might have a little bit of the tail. I'm not sure I can do the head. I'm not sure I can do, knowing that I'm do they even have skulls?
I don't think they
how
do.
crunchy is that? I'm not totally sure.
It could be just like cartilage, vertebrae type, you know?
Here's the thing, actually. If I would have to taste the sauce first. If the sauce was doable, close your eyes. It probably tastes like anything else.
Okay, real quick, we're gonna circle back to this girl,
Oh,
but
please.
there's one more waiting for us. This guy goes hard. Look at the size of this thing.
불닭 소스를 바르니까 더 빨갛게 무섭게 생겼어요.
Is that also a squid?
무더
It's a giant squid. He just takes the scissors, hacks it. Now here's my question, Vinny, you a calamari guy? Look at this thing, it's just like
No, not really.
spaghetti.
Wow, that was a big old chunk.
It's the sounds. My question is, I want to see the market of people who tune in that get off on the sound.
But why is he wearing a glove? Is he ashamed to get his hands dirty?
No,
with it?
it said, I just said on the screen, spicy. So I'm curious what kind of
okay.
sauce this is.
Yeah.
Look at just the head.
I think the thing that's getting me the most is that growing up I couldn't eat steak because the gristle around the side was that texture made me want to gag it and everything like that, and I feel like that's the same exact texture, that it's way too slimy and smushy and whatnot. That's why I don't really like calamari. But sushi all day long. I don't care if it's raw salmon. Like that's just so much different because it's at least a little more gamey, I guess, or a little harder and isn't just gonna like so slippery because that's
Yeah.
just.
So I'm a big fisherman, and
Okay.
so if you're in salt water and you're going for shark fish, or you're going shark fishing, or you're trying to get kind of more bigger types like grouper or whatever, a common used bait is squid.
Okay.
And they come long, and there's a head that's about this big around, and then the tentacles come out the end, and they're
Okay.
probably about this long. So usually you cut the head, and you've got one piece that's the head and the tentacles, and then you have the long body that you could cut into, like, let's just say 4 pieces.
Okay.
What stinks is I've been doing that since a little kid, and there's this just wall in my head that if I were to have squid prepared like this, like, listen, you dice those legs up, throw it in batter, and fry me up some calamari. I'll dip that in marinara like a true Italian and enjoy it. But I'll tell you what, the second I start seeing it a little too unbreaded, like, I'll take fried squid unbreaded, still good. But the second it comes off, like you said, there is a texture difference. And I think frying it makes it more like regularly prepared meat. Steak, chicken,
That
whatever.
we're used to,
Right.
at least.
But when you have it raw, that is so chewy. I would just be thinking fish bait. I'm sure the scent
Yeah.
isn't doing me any justice
So
either.
what you're trying to tell me here is that if that was brought to your table all chopped up just like it was, you feel that some godly creature above you is fishing for you right now. As soon as you put that in your mouth, you're getting swooped right out of this place.
I want to take it even a step further. If I'm sitting in the local sushi place and there's this cute girl and we're on a date and she orders this, I think I could stomach it. I think I could deal with it. And I go, you got your thing. I got General Tso's chicken and pot stickers. Everyone here's happy.
Yes.
But the second she starts eating like that, anybody who knows me, you're never going to see me burp, so I never really am a fan of seeing my dates burp.
Right.
So, like, I have these kind of standards and lines that, I think it's, once you start eating like that, no matter what it is, let's say it's a burger, and I would love to see a girl just hound down a burger. But you start making noises like that, I'm out. The second you start making noises like that with Kung Pao squid, your boy.
But if she's making noises at something that she's eating out that she's really into, maybe she's just a very passionate person and you want to really utilize that kind of emotion back home.
That's a great point.
It's a thought, but at the same time, I hate to say it, I kind of want to see it again just to see like how extra they are like, with the mouth movements and whatnot, because you make a very fair point.
Let's come back. We're bringing it back one last time with the girl.
Because if it's a little nicer and a little more elegant 'cause of how you're going about it, then maybe it's not that bad. But no, she's gnawing away at that thing. That's a little much.
So here's another thing. My mom, she loves crab legs. Great place to get them, Chinese buffet. You get a whole bunch of them, but there is a line once again. Or have you seen those Cajun places where they bring it out, you get it, and it's in a giant like plastic bag. So
Okay.
they steam it in the bag. They bring it out in this bag. It's a giant mess. You get gloves. But there's a thing, I don't think it's a first date. I think it's like dating 3 months. You can make a mess of yourself. Crab legs is one of those. Wings. Have you ever been on a date and gotten chicken wings?
I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, I am. So I can tell you, I've been in situations where
I'm sorry.
I'm a person that knows what they want. And if I sit back and I
Right.
go, I want wings today, I've found myself in positions going, pretty girl, let's go get wings. And then finding myself at the table going, this wasn't the greatest of ideas. And I feel as if this would be similar. But
Yes.
you kick it far enough down the relationship line.
So there is then a fair line on this date scenario that did she go into this was it premeditated?
It's a great. Clearly, she came in premeditated.
Yeah,
The
but if there was a
restaurant-
special on the board walking in, I don't know, I could blame her.
to eat it like that, though, that's the.
I'm still gonna blame her and judge her, but that's not gonna stop me from trying to take it the next step. Because
That's true, and she's cute. And you know what? The next step doesn't involve squid, so
No.
I think we're good.
unless you never know what's under the pants.
And you
unless-
never.
until
I was
you
about
get
to
there.
say, you never know. She might bring that into other sectors of her life. And
Yes.
could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. You never know. So,
Terrifying sectors.
Vinny, I feel as if this is perfect for you. You came in dressed appropriately for this next video. I feel as if you will appreciate it. I like your scarf. That is a dope scarf.
Thank you.
So here we go. Check out the future.
We did it. The world's first retractable plasma-based lightsaber.
I was hearing about this.
Is that not a lightsaber?
That's badass.
This beam is really cool. It's actually burning at around 4,000 Fahrenheit, which means it's capable of cutting through a lot of stuff. Should we cut through some stuff?
That's the coolest thing. So, guys, Vinny, before we get to the conversation, the people at home, enjoy a quick... We have, in the link in the bio, the video, and it's long. It's a long video of how they made this. The process is incredible. It's very complex. So check it out. It's a great video. But from that video, we're going to cut to a quick montage of a couple more cuts. I just think it's cool watching this thing
that's
cut
badass.
stuff.
Yeah.
We can actually color it using salts. Let's start with some boric acid. What color do you think is going to turn the blade? Got your guesses? Ooh, look at that. Next up, we have calcium chloride. Woo! Look at that red-orange. That almost hurts to look at. We have some strontium chloride. Woo! That is like a road flare. This actually hurts to look at. Look at that. Finally, we have some sodium chloride, also known as salt. Woo, and look at that. We've got Rey's lightsaber right here. Is that not cool? So we're able to produce a blue lightsaber, a green lightsaber, a red lightsaber, an amber lightsaber, and even a yellow lightsaber. How awesome is that? As you can see, it melts vibranium like butter. Let's try some everyday objects. I wonder what happens if I hit a window. That is freaking cool. Woo! Oh! Woo! Oh, it's melting! And exploding! You can literally see it. It's molten. It's molten. It's dripping out the other side. Now, based on the size of your turkey, you're going to want to cook it at 4,000 degrees for 5 seconds per pound of turkey. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Let's see what we can do to a car. Oh, is it melting? It's melting. Oh! Oh, the inside of the car is on fire from the molten glass. Yeah, let's see what happens at the door. Whoa! Holy! Oh, here we go. Yeah! Woo! That was cool. Whoa.
So, Vinny, what's neat is this thing is bringing a fictional dream of ours to a reality in a very real way. Yes. And it's cool watching, like you said, the metal at the end, that's what really does it for me. Seeing it burn through metal, what are your thoughts as somebody who would maybe consider themselves an aficionado? How cool is this?
That it's 10 out of 10. Just the dopest of the dopest. I can't even. I feel like a little kid watching this right now. Just like it and it's so cool seeing it on a real playing field of like if it's cutting through something and it's that hot. Yeah, of course you're gonna see flames on the other side. Like that makes so much sense type of shit. And it makes sense that even in something like Star Wars, them thinking of that back in '77, just going crazy with their ideas, not really thinking it that far through. But that's just so crazy. Like, that's obviously, if something's so hot going through something and it's so hot in itself that if you're stopping that, you're gonna have some sort of exposure still coming off of it, and being a flame like that, that's just badass. Because like in a lot of like fantasy like games and whatnot, you have like your flame sword, but like having a flame lightsaber that like like that is the flame sword at the same time. That's so cool.
Right, and what's really cool is that for me, the way I thought they would always struggle with this is they either go laser based or, like you said, maybe like a fire type base. Either way, the prior, it's more difficult to have it end. I've seen people try to recreate it with like super powerful UV, and it's just a giant, pretty much flashlight. Like it just goes forever. This is cool that it literally looks like a sword. Yeah. It comes to an end to kind of like you said, specs that they came up with in '77, and here we are seeing it come to fruition in that it looks exactly how we would have imagined it.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. What stinks, Vinny, is I had this clip for you of a drummer, and it's metal pans. He has fire with like alcohol with fire on the cymbals, and the drums are these giant like barrels, and he has paint on them, and it looks like the Blue Man Group. But it was so cool.
I've seen that guy do a lot of videos. My one guy at work shows me him all the time. He's like, "Oh, did you see this one where because he just puts a shit ton of paint on the drums and just goes ham with it, and he's got killer beats at the same time too, so it's just a lot of fun to watch anyways. But going ham on there, and the only things that's a little depressing about is that you can only go so long doing that because you can only put so much paint on it. But if you had like another dude behind him like squinting it like on as he's going through a song, you could have like an entire song just different paint colors going one from another to another to another, and maybe even like going like through the spectrum, like the rainbow spectrum or something. Start red, ending with violet.
Start with white, then go to like, because I think you would need some kind of like color, but nobody wants to start with white. But I agree with you. Red, go through all the colors. So I have it playing on the screen. What stinks is we can't have the music because it gets pulled from YouTube. So
gotcha.
That's why I was like bummed we couldn't show it. But this kid is a revolutionary. I am someone who loves names and words and calling them and using them against your friends. And this kid has come up with something that I'm going to take with me forever. This is incredible.
It does a stuff on you. Mommy.
What did you call sister?
No, nothing.
What did you call her?
Nothing.
No, what did you call her?
I call her a buck crocodile.
My
I call her a buck crocodile.
Wow, so confident. How old is he? 4 years old?
I imagine.
Probably not even.
And he's coming up with names I wish I had, and here I am at 27. Vinny, check this out. Could you imagine, what would you do in this situation? This guy is high up in a tree with a chainsaw cutting down high limbs, right? And then the chainsaw catches on fire. But this is like a southern tropical tree covered in fiber. So he drops all the fiber covered in fire, and now the tree catches on fire. So now he's at the top of a tree completely on fire. What do you do? Do you jump? Do you try running down through it? I think that would be my move.
Depending on how he's already up there, I feel like he's doing like one of those like Mulan things where like he had something that he was able to climb up there with. So like just trying to like rappel down as far as you can until like 10 feet and then jumping from there, unless you see behind you like some other tree you can jump on, but everything else looks so low. I don't know. I would probably freeze up and just watch it burn. Honestly, that's probably what I would do in that situation. I really hope he had some training and that wasn't it for him.
Well,
but they're going to have training videos now.
You're right.
So,
thank you for your service. We will forever know what to do when we set the tree on fire. I mean, that was just a terrible situation, like a series of circumstances. He dispars the flaming rubble, whatever, gets rid of it, and it happens to land at the base of the tree. Here's a great one. This is the greatest troll. Black Friday just finished. This is from a couple years back, but I think this is an incredible story.
Black Friday is upon us again, and one year, Black Friday was on Thanksgiving, but TJ Maxx refused to open on Thanksgiving so their employees could spend time with their families. And some people didn't like this guy named Trey. He commented, "Boo, you should be open tomorrow, it's just another day." So I responded as TJ Maxx and said, "We'll be open for Thanksgiving, but only if your house is too." He's like, "I'm reporting who made this rude TJ Maxx comment to me." We would read the report, but unfortunately we are still closed. And that made Trey angry. Every year they have the Macy's Day Parade, and on this particular year, it featured a kiss between two women. Now this is the same Trey posting on Macy's page saying being G... is unnatural and not okay. It's okay to be gay, and it's okay to be Trey. Love yourself. It'll all be okay. Trey, we're still closed. He's like, Macy's and TJ Maxx are related? We're gay lovers.
Touchdown!
My man! Wow! That's beautiful!
So, Vinny, talking about fire and trees, welcome to the future. When we were a kid, we had this giant wasp nest in this tree in the cul-de-sac, like around the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
And I, being a kid that didn't live in this new generation, we like to play in the cul-de-sac. Let it be kickball or tackle your neighbor, whatever it might be. We liked playing outside. And I'm allergic to bees, so we need to get rid of it. So when we were a kid, we had this older boy. I was probably in middle school. He was in high school. We knew each other because we wrestled. He lived in our neighborhood. He'd help my dad out. He was like, "Brian, if you could get rid of that, I'll give you $50. Brian's like, "Bet." So later that night, Brian comes back with tennis balls doused in gasoline, and he's lighting these balls and pelting the thing, and ended up lighting the thing on fire. Got stung a few times on the way because it wasn't such a clean job. But this is the future, Vinny. Brian would be lucky to live in today's age, where check out the new approach to getting giant wasp nests out of trees. And my uncle, who's a huge drone guy, would love this too. Now, do I think this is a tool that like a pedestrian should have?
Oh, definitely. 100%.
Oh, definitely.
I see a lot of uses for that.
The real question is, Elon Musk has been pretty quiet since this video came out. Oh, here's a great one, Vinny. Cats are stupid. I'm not a cat guy. There's a ton of people watching this. There's a lot of people who don't like that. But you know, we do the Instagram story polls. And it came out pretty clear in the last one. The question was, out of all the animals, if they could talk, who would be the rudest? It was very clear out of the... And I had an overwhelming amount. I couldn't even post them all. So many people said cats. And then immediately I asked who would be the nicest. So many people said dogs. The line in the sand has been drawn. And I just want to show you the intellect and value of these great cats. And remember, they hate water, right?
You got this, buddy. No, he's gonna make it. Oh, shit.
Oh, Jed.
Here, Bear. You okay? Where are you?
Where'd that stupid cat go?
No. Come on, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here and let me dry you.
That is a big cat. Big size cat.
Yeah, it is.
I want to know what was going on there. He had a great straight trajectory,
Yeah,
and then
he seemed like he was coming off the pier, as in he like was hanging out on a boat. Why would that cat be hanging out on a boat? And then it was not like it was his first rodeo. How did he not realize that you need to keep going straight? Not he made the left too soon, and that makes me so angry because. You did push a button.
I did.
I'm a huge cat guy.
I'm a button pusher.
I love my cat so very much. And it has been very apparent to me throughout the years that, yes, cats can be assholes, but they're only assholes to the people that don't know how to talk to them. And dogs are too stupid that they're gonna love anybody and everybody that gets in contact with them more times than not.
Ignorance is bliss.
But the improvement.
Here's the thing. I do not doubt you love your cat.
Yes.
But you know what I do doubt? That your cat loves you.
Oh, fighting words. Fighting words.
I'm sure it's like, you know what? Out of all the things I hate this one the least.
Yes. Am I saying she's the smartest in the world? No. I had a box in my kitchen for a long time labeled dumb bitch box. Because she would just decide to sit in a cardboard box. I spend like dozens of dollars on different beds, on different cat trees, on all this nice fancy shit. Cardboard boxes and my brown coat. 2 favorite things. Why? Because she's a dumb bitch. So I do not disagree that cats make no logical sense more times than not. But I like to try and feed my ego with that I just understand her and she gets me but no,
She does. Listen, family's family. I will not deny. Listen, I had a little kitten in college, and my Doug Saluka, my roommate at the time, went and told my mom on me, and they had to come take the cat. We gave him to some girls at college, but I love the cat. Cats are great. I just feel like they're one of those. They're like, I'm just here for the food and the shelter.
Right.
And if you want to pet me, I'll let you when I want. But most of the time, I'm not going to be a fan.
But what's wrong with that?
Because a dog, start to finish, is like, love me. Love me, pet me, I'm going where you're going. I'll listen to you. You don't want me pooping here? I won't poop here. You're right. You know what? You know best. And that's my type of companion.
That's fair.
But at the end of the day, I cannot deny that cats are gorgeous. They're so fun. But they just, I don't like, they're like bullies. Anyway, I want your thoughts on this cat. First off, how old is he? This video's a video of champions. LeBron, watch out, fam.
This shot is money. You already know it. Bam! What? Oh, chicken cheese tender biscuits. Woo!
You know, I kind of wanted to do it, so we cut out the end. It was a fun video up until the end, but thoughts?
I thought that was going to be about a cat, so I was really waiting for, like, a cat to come out of nowhere and, like, knock that basketball out of the hoop and be like, get out of my town. I thought you were saying, like, to have LeBron watch out for the cat, because the cat was about to be, like, the new upcoming star, or maybe the cat was, like, up on the guardrail on top, and after he threw the ball in, the cat was like, oh, that looks fun, and then jumps down into the hoop, or...
And, folks... Now we're going to learn something called toxic plasmosis.
Ooh.
Toxic plasmosis is a disease found in about 60 to 80% of Americans. It varies depending on what source you find. And it is a disease found that comes from cat pee. The reason it was the disease originated was mice and rats would be exposed to cat urine, and then it actually rewires the rat and mice's brain to be sexually attracted to cats and mice. Now, they say Americans and humans have it, and with toxic plasmosis, it makes you crazy obsessed with cats. I didn't see a cat coming, folks, and you were ready for Space Jam. Vinny has toxic plasmosis.
That's okay. I'm all right with it. I don't drink cat piss, though. I want to make that very clear, all right? There's a fine line.
You've just been sniffing it. Kind of. You don't know it. It's just in the air.
No, it's just...
I'm just kidding.
It's all right.
All right, but anyway, how old do you think that kid was? I can't put my finger on it.
Bro, I'm going to say, like, 14.
I could go with that. He definitely, like...
He looked big for his age?
I couldn't tell if it was young high school, old middle school, or even like, it was tough. I think you're right. I think
he's probably supposed to be in, like, late high school, but is still in, like, late middle school.
Chicken nuggets! All right, now we need to get to something impressive. Look how awesome this is. I would give anything to have this dude's skill. Oh, we can't have that music.
No.
We'll have our own music.
Oh.
Ooh, maybe Vinny could send me something. Boom.
Nice.
Skill.
That was he wrote it out and back in like it was some sort of like the U-Pike thing at the skateboard parks. Whatever those skateboard alley kids do with their
What the
Thrasher
skateboarding
shirts and their
kids
CD players with their little earphones.
I gotta skip. Oh, yeah, check this out. So the next couple are going to actually spark some conversation out, Vinny. Actually, before we get to that,
this
we
a
got
car wash?
one last fun one, a fishing one. Let's get to something enjoyable.
Okay.
I just love the excitement of this kid. This is me. I just love it. What's cool is he brings in a fish that would literally excite like a dad. Like here's a little kid bringing in a good sized small bass. Now this is the impressive part, folks. I can't even get my friends to grab a bass like a man and just grab it by its lip and start going for the hook. I'm looking at you, Ken Thorne Parker. Look at this. He just grabs it, goes. It's not gonna bite. It's a fish.
Wow.
Here we go.
I got another mama.
Another mama.
Another mama. Wow. My hands smell like fish.
What does that mean?
Good day.
In any aspect, when your hand smells
He's a
like fish,
big
good
guy.
day.
Dude, that kid like aged 10 years emotionally after catching that fish. Like that kid is already like that kid is more mature than the last kid that we looked at.
Facts! Great point. I love that point. All right, so now let's get to some hard hitting. Vinny, first let's talk about kind of what your aspirations and where you're at in life. We've had Mike Ames on. If you don't know, you can check out the past Titanic podcasts. But Mike Ames and you're in a band together. We all went to high school together. Quick mystery, and I'm gonna have to grab one of your paintings so we can actually. Boom. So I'm lucky because Vinny and a lot of your bandmates, they're also into painting and other art besides music. And one of the cool things that they do at their concerts is they hand out art to a lot of the fans in the audience. And so I've been dying to get one. And Vinny graced me with and they're all, like I was telling Vinny, what's also so fun about enjoying a piece like this is, again, I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, the texture of it as well, the type of paint, but it's you look at it and it also just looked so fun to make. Like that's what also just makes it so cool. So I really appreciate it. But Vinny, tell me a little bit about your journey, kind of where you're at, and that way we can have some background and translate it into the conversations we're going to bring moving forward.
Gotcha. All right. So I initially started playing drums when I was in second grade, and I played from second grade to 8th grade. And then after 8th grade, started really getting into adolescence and everything, and the whole teenage rebellion, and like, oh, fuck you, mom, dad, and that kind of stuff. So my thing was I stopped playing drums as like to show them type of thing, because they made it feel like a chore, and because they were like, you need practice. Did you practice today? And it just seemed like a nagging thing that I was just gave up on it because I didn't care anymore, and I was starting to get into other stuff. I started going to the anime conventions, and that was kind of my outlet, and meeting people that way, and stopped doing that because I started going to school, working at Memories with Chris, and he decided to start going and doing filming and whatnot because he didn't want to take over the restaurant. So then I was kind of there stuck taking over the restaurant, and I realized that was god-awful, and I did not want to be in business to that extent because I was starting to see a lot of the in and outs of everything. So decided not to do that. This guy that I knew growing up owned a bunch of car washes up in Cleveland and was always letting me know, like, hey, you can come and do this thing. And so I decided to start doing that. But right before I decided to start doing the car washes, I went to a music festival completely randomly because where Memories is at, there was a couple hotels right next to it. So half the patrons were just people that were in and out of town doing these projects, this and the other. This one random dude, Jason I think his name was like, hey, I'm going to this festival and you should totally come, this and the other. I'm just like, I really don't think I can make it because I could never get time off there. So it was Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day, whatever one's second.
Dude, you are asking the wrong. They are the same holiday.
Pretty
you
much.
Just call it like Omniscient Day Off. Like you know, like Just give me the day off. I don't care what it's. Tell me how many times you're halfway through the day and then you're reminded what you're supposed to be in remembrance of today. Like,
Right.
oh yeah, the
I'm
veterans.
in remembrance of me having a day off and being really happy about it. So, so I ended up getting like 3 days off: a Saturday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because the festival went through on through Sunday. So I started going to festivals, and I have a great time there. And I start going a couple more times. And eventually, one time that I go, we're all hanging around a campfire at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's out of their minds because music festival, and we're all sitting there just being loud, obnoxious. Only one person has a hand drum. Everybody else is making mouth sounds. So then we come up with this, we're Team Stupid Mouth, because we're just a group of us just having stupid mouths that early in the morning, just being ridiculous. But during this whole thing, I'm looking over at the dude that has the hand drum, because it's kind of getting passed around. I'm just like, you guys don't know how to keep a rhythm. What the hell are you guys doing? I could do that so much better than you guys, because that ego really started coming out. I was just like, remember what you were doing when you were younger? Remember how that kind of makes sense now? Because world's as crazy as it is, so this is something you can kind of hold back onto. So I decided that I wanted to start messing around with that more. Ran into these two brothers because of our Simeon Gascoigne.
Right.
He knew these two guys like from 10 plus years ago that he used to hang out with them. They were kids and everything. So right before Simeon left for the Air Force, he had these two guys over when I was over the one night as well, and the one brother was leaving. I was coming in, and I only said like one word to this dude, got his Snapchat, and then I start yelling at him the next day, like, you need to come to this festival. You need to come to this festival. And he's just like, and I just bully him into it. And it's just really funny because his younger brother, Dallas, was always trying to get him to go out and do stuff like that. Never wanted to do it, but this one random dude that he met for 3 seconds was able to get him to go out to this festival. We had a great time together. We ended up hanging out a couple more times. One night in particular, we're over Jacob Bryce's house, when he used to work for his dad's landscaping, and in the back there was a shed back there, drum set in the top of the shed. So we go over there, and people are getting on the drums and whatnot. I don't think at this point I even told Dallas that, like, I used to play drums or whatever, because I don't like boasting about something when I haven't done it forever, and then I look like a fool type of thing.
100%.
So Simeon goes on. He's messing around for a little bit, and then somebody else wants to go on, but like I'm already getting up and like, because like I'm gearing to be like, all right, let's see what I can do. I jump on there, and Dallas to this day is like, this dude got up on that drum set and just shredded straight fucking metal on that drum set, and I knew at that point this dude needed to be in our band, because he was already trying to do something with his brother Rob and another random dude that they met, but that random dude just kind of fell out. So I started jamming out with them, hanging out with them a bunch. A couple months went by because I'm really just trying to learn the instrument and everything. I'm supposed to go to this Front Bottoms concert and realize that Mike is also going, but he has an extra ticket. So invite Dallas along. So the three of us go down. We finally just start talking for the first time and everything. And even actually right beforehand, Dallas brought over his acoustic guitar, and we're sitting there in my bedroom for like an hour just jamming on the acoustic guitar, just making random stupid songs together. A song about like how we're not cops, but we're going to this party but we're not cops, but we definitely are trying to find people that have drugs and all this stupid shit. And just have a great time, go to the concert, hang out. We're like, bro, you need to come over and like jam out with us. As soon as he does, connections right away, and we just start going from that point. And the biggest thing for me is that the reason that I'm in the position I'm in right now, not just being it, but being comfortable enough to admit that I am a drummer at this point, that I put in the time and the work, and I'm listening to songs that I've listened to for years upon years way differently. Yeah, I played them when I was younger, but I have so much more of an appreciation for the craft, for the instrument itself, for how many thousands of different ways you can play it, and how it can be utilized in so many different ways as well. Because the reason that I love being in this band with these guys, and especially with these two brothers, now three brothers, because the third one came back from Germany, who was also in the Air Force, actually, conveniently, came back because we had that album come out, and he just wanted to be a part of it because he saw what his brothers were doing, and he was all about it. So, like, a lot of weight on you knowing that, like, there's, like, there's 3 people, then plus Mike, that they're like counting on you to be a part of this member of this group when it's something that you needed to like manifest yourself. Like, yeah, I kind of had it in me, but there was so much that went into it. But the only reason I was all right with is because there was no judgment from them, that they didn't want to make a band with a musician. Because when you bring that preconceived notion of what music should be or what it comes from, like from theory and everything like that, you can butt heads a lot of way because it's like, oh, it can't be that way because this thing says that, and it's just like, feel, groove. What are we doing in this room right now? What groove and feel are we giving off to each other that can create a song that can give off the feeling to the audience? Because it goes back to the whole what isn't art. It matters what the audience thinks and feels, and it matters for us, at least writing the songs, of this is who we are. This is the raw us just trying to create this vibe for you guys to feel however you want to feel to it and be here and have a good time and party, because we're trying to have that classic rock kind of vibe of having those 4 or 5 man band groups and not just having an Ed Sheeran up there or Taylor Swift up there and giving that brotherhood effect that this isn't a singular thing. You can be able to make this a family out of it and everything. And
that's so awesome. And that makes the journey that much more, fruitful, but that much more enjoyable as well. That's so great. So let's go to this clip. I think taking kind of your background and just your life journey, this can be applied to anybody. And now that the audience kind of has a better understanding, I think it can make it more relatable.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That's one of your top.
It is.
3 pieces.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You want to know why you're all fucked up? Just look at the fucking bums you hang around with.
At the end of the day, that couldn't be more real, more true. The people around you is going to be what makes... you will never get past the people around you. That'll always be the level you're at, so you have to be very keen to who you have around you and in your circle. No matter what profession you're in or what your path is, what are your thoughts on kind of that advice?
This hits a big one for me. This has been a major conversation for especially me and Dallas. Going to music festivals, getting into this realm of trying to be an artist and everything like that through a festival drug use kind of environment, and seeing that a lot of people that get into the same shit that we've gotten into just give up and just start having a passion for nothing and not trying to pursue or do anything. And then a lot of times those people become victims and start becoming leeches on you, because it's a mindset I've had for a while, that I haven't been in a relationship for a fat minute for a lot of stupid different reasons, but because of that, I've been able to have a third party point of view on all my friends' relationships, of everything like that, what works, what doesn't work, what made it fail, succeed, and all that. And the biggest thing that I have seen is that when you're with somebody, regardless of whatever that dynamic may be, whether it be a friendship thing, whether it be a band professional thing, an intimate thing, when you can fuck with somebody, you can fuck with them because you're growing at the same rate as them. And just because you're growing at the same rate and trying to learn and teach each other at the same exact time and have that respect and that care to keep pushing each other along, you can keep doing that. But at some certain point, if one person gives up and one person's still growing, as much as it sucks, I have left a lot of people behind because I don't see them doing a goddamn thing, and I can't use my emotional being, as much of an empath as I am, I can't use as much of my emotional currency to do anything for them, because they got to do it themselves, because I'm going to see them not doing a single thing, and then they still try and ask me for stuff because I'm such a giving person. It's like, I can't have you around because I'm going to be too giving, and you're going to take not just monetary things, but emotional things and everything else too, time and all that got to cut them off.
Yeah, this is what kills me, man. And there's kind of 2 avenues I'm going to take this. One spot is there are people that, we are friends with, whatever. There are people from grade school that were on the same trajectory, right? Mm-hmm. Just as career-driven, had similar goals, took similar routes, go to college, whatever. and you watch them reach their dream, and because of COVID, they lose their job or whatever it could possibly be. And so many of them, I mean, it is mind-blowing. I say this in reality. This is true. The amount of friends that it's like, did you give up on your dream? One friend, they couldn't work because they were sick. They had like an ailment.
Oh.
And shortly after getting over that ailment, this person's making more money than I am, getting a check to be comfortable at home. So when the goal was this long journey through medicine, well, now she started painting. And listen, dude, this is my side hustle. I look at this as a form of art. I love making videos. I want to make you laugh, and I want to make you think. And so I am extremely passionate about this too, but I also need to realize that this is 100% free. This is sucking all my money, so I need to have another way to support myself. And so what sucks is I look at these people and I go, I'm not going to look at you and go, abandon that. I would never say that.
No.
Keep those dreams, but also what happened to the other dreams? What I think it is complacency. What is my hurry to go back to the Cleveland Clinic when I'm getting paid the same amount to sit here, pack a bowl, and paint? And I see that with too many people. So when we go, hey, Andrew Yang makes us feel good going, yeah, well, we're going to lose the trucking industry. Everybody needs to have free money. Listen, someone like me, yeah, I would love to have a free $1,000 to put towards my dream to be more creative. At the end of the day, though, we have to see in real time, I'm watching people become complacent, and it hurts. The other thing that I really want to hammer home is it takes energy to be a good person, and I think some people are bad people because it's just easier. It takes less energy. You could be shitty and save a whole lot of energy, and it is mildly exhausting, to just go to the grocery store, keep a smile on your face, and talk to people with respect. That takes energy, and that's why some people just don't talk to people. They keep their head down, and people go, well, that guy's an asshole. No, he's actually just tired or doesn't have the ability or the know-how or whatever. Whatever the case may be, all I'm saying is it does take energy, and it can be toxic in a lot of ways, too. And so you're very right in you can exhaust yourself.
Yes.
And you have to see where it's bleeding out. One of the things that really kills me is I have these friends that got me through law school. I appreciate them because it was very lonely. It was a very toxic environment because you're all competing for the A, right? So your grades aren't based on your performance. It's based on how you performed against the other students. It's a curve. The bottom 20% fails.
Wow.
So, there's people, hey, when was the quiz? And it's Friday and they tell you Monday, so you're not prepared.
Damn,
it was
cutthroat?
miserable. And so you really don't have friends. You're very alone. And so while there's a damning side to video games and whatnot, it was in a way not only to let loose and relax, but keep in contact with people that I could trust and also be myself and let loose with, who are states away. But what stinks now is I am at a new chapter in my life. I have now the time and the financial ability to put a lot more effort into this while also working an actual profession that work takes all day.
Right.
And what stinks is how often anymore they're like, hey, we're doing squads. And that's fine, but also I asked you guys, hey, let's meet up and write a sketch. Yeah, we'll do it. And then they're on live, we're doing FaceTime, and they're playing with each other. And it's like, guys, this is not productive. And I asked you guys for this hour, whatever. All I'm saying is I'm getting this message all the time. Hey, we're on Xbox. Nothing's wrong with Xbox, but also, is that all you're doing?
Right.
Gary Vee, any person tells you got to have a side hustle. You got to have a side hustle. What is your side hustle? And there's so many people that are just like, they get caught in the hamster wheel, the 9 to 5, my day sucks.
They don't want to be challenged.
Bingo. So I just want to get drunk. I want to forget that 5 days of this week sucked. So now I'm going to spend half of that paycheck I'm going to get just getting toasted for getting how shitty my position is right now. Yeah. And then they wonder why they're stuck where they're at. Yeah. So there's so many players in this, and I think you really nailed it with you got to be aware of what people offer, but more so what they take, and you cannot allow yourself to get exhausted.
No, because they'll just keep taking because they don't care to go anywhere or do anything. And more power to them. Honestly, there's nothing, my mother made it very clear to me when I was younger that there's nothing anyone can do to make you happy. That is 100% on you, whether it be in a relationship or anything like that. It is 100% on you to make you happy, and you have all that control. You have all that power to make yourself happy or miserable. So if you're happy and content sitting there playing 12 hours a day, cool, bro, but I got bigger fish to fry.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong, but don't be coming and running in and asking me for XYZ things, because you're not gonna get it. Because I don't have time to try and fuck with you like that anymore.
No, you nailed it. What's funny is a key theme that I bring up all the time on the podcast, the one thing I learned from college, the one life lesson was, it'll never get done unless you do it. I say that all the time, but it's so, so true. Whether it's, dude, we went bowling yesterday, and we already had a lane. Our boy Will rolls up with a group of people. I go get lane 7. That puts them right next to us.
Right.
They just go up and get their shoes. Well, then they come and sit down, and lane 7 was given to someone else. Very anecdotal, very small, but I'll guarantee you, had I not been lazy and I'd gone and done it myself, they would have been right next to us. I will put my life on it. That happens in every sector of my life. Yep. Anytime I go and hand the baton, it doesn't get done. And so, like, we went to Condado the weekend before, and do you remember Katarina Brinkoff?
Yeah.
She gets a table, and it's just a table of 4. We have 5 people in our party, so I arrive, and our friend Nick Foster's there with his wife, and they're like, oh, so I'm here with my buddy Kemp, and we're like, well, we need to get another seat. I go to the management. Katarina didn't know. She was like, I didn't know there were more people coming. I'm like, don't worry about it. I go to the management. They're like, oh, we only got tables for 4. And so I had to put my big boy pants on, and it's like, sir, are you telling me if a party of 5 came in here, you wouldn't be able to cater them? We need a table for 5. And then finally they're like, well, we'll just pull up a chair. So it's also like, even in those instances, when things aren't going your way, I've learned from my mom, you just do it. Like,
right.
They're not giving you the rental car you ordered. Well, put on your big boy pants and speak up for yourself.
Yep.
So I'm 100% with you. Your mom's right.
That's why I hate the job I've been in for the past it's been like almost 5 years at the Wash. Wow. Just being in management and having to do that. Your job is to pass the baton to Jackass McGee that doesn't want to do a single thing. He barely wanted to get out of bed this morning, let alone pick up that broom and sweep the parking lot. and it's having to be comfortable and breathe and be patient and just, I understand I could get it done so much faster and better and more efficiently, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. You're trying to help the world and teach them how to do things. And it's no, there's no teaching there. There's just how much are you going to take before I need to get a kick in the ass to get something out of you. But I don't want to have to be the asshole. But how are you supposed to get a response?
Right. You nailed it. Sometimes you got to be... Dude, I worked at Sprint, and one of the days... So I grew up here, working here since I was 14. So I've been picking up cigarette butts and your used condoms forever around this parking lot, doing trash work, and I always hated it. And the whole motivation was just get me the hell out of here. I cannot do this. But what is funny is I go and work at Sprint. And I think just too many people in our generation or this new wave of employees, there's just no work ethic. It was never ground into them. They never had to do any hard labor growing up. Dad let them, just stay at home and play video games all day. And so there's a lack of work ethic because I'm at Sprint and it's the middle of winter, so there's some muddy footprints. And you should have seen my manager in awe of mopping. It's just like, wow, nobody's that good. And I'm like, this is a mop. This is as basic as tools get. And you've struggled with employees being able to mop. So even at the most rudimentary level, and I think it boils down to work ethic. Just not enough people have one anymore.
No.
And it's becoming a rare breed. But let's move forward a little bit. Tell me how nuts this is, Vinny. This is nuts to me.
So I parked my bus to go and use the porta potty, and I noticed something about my COVID sign. It's kind of weird.
This is a bus driver.
I put this sign up that says, "Bear in mind, mask must be worn at all time while riding the school bus." The little bear has a mask on. Except this sign was copyrighted in 2018. Who was wearing a mask on the bus in 2018?
Boom! Folks!
Wow. Wow.
It's not like there was any preparation. The fact that they were like, we need to reserve our financial interest in the cute little bear picture well before it's on your child's school bus.
The only thing I can think of is that it's just like old letter, like an old lettering or an old piece of paper that already had that copyright on the bottom, but the copyright would just be for the illustration itself. So the illustration already had the mask on, and they're on a school bus. What other situation would you need to have signage for something to that extent?
Dude, everything about this has come down to money and power. And what's so funny is if I was some, cabal crazy leader, I would probably go, yeah, let's get all this stuff prepared, make your cartoons for the school bus and stuff, but don't have anything tie it to a date. And we don't really need financial gain from this. Let's just let it, infect society. What's so funny is it always boils down to money and political power, because here we are going, wait, let's prepare our little cabal game, but also do not give up the rights to financial gain. Like, we still need a profit off of this cartoon, even if it might sell us out. Like, the character blows my mind. Moving on. Vinny, one last thing. We come back to Facebook all the time on here. Mm-hmm. Facebook is this power that it just seems like we won't compete with, and they're just increasingly more powerful. What stinks is, people watch things like The Social Dilemma, and we become increasingly more aware of their overreach and the impact they have, but I feel like too many of us don't understand the extent. Nobody truly does. Clearly, Zuckerboy over here doesn't either. So let's take a look. And one last quick rant, Vinny. I think we need to get old people the hell out of Congress, whether it's the Senate or the House. We need people like myself, you. I want regular people in there, but that's a soapbox for another day. But I believe this older generation is too detached from what these new powerful mediums are.
Yes.
I had it in high school. Freshman year is the first time I joined Facebook. Yeah. It's been so involved in my life. What really sucks is when you have some old decrepit congressperson sitting in front of Mark Zuckerberg, one of the richest and most powerful people in the world, and they spend that time going, can you please explain to me What is the news feed? It's like we need to get past that so we can talk about the algorithm affecting your news feed and all these other layers that they don't even know exist. So let's get to it. Let's get to a layer, peel back the onion, a layer you didn't even know existed.
Mr. Zuckerberg, tell me about Centra. What is the Facebook internal tool called Centra? Senator, I'm not aware of any tool with that name. Well, let me see if this refreshes your memory. There's a demonstrative now over my shoulder. Centra is a tool that Facebook uses to track its users, not just on Facebook, but across the entire internet. Centra tracks different profiles that a user visits, their message recipients, their linked accounts, the pages they visit around the web. They have Facebook buttons. Centra also uses behavioral data to monitor users' accounts, even if those accounts are registered under a different name. And you can see a shot here, a screenshot provided to us of the Centra platform. We blocked out the user's name in the interest of privacy, although you can see this individual's birthday and age, when they first started using Facebook, their last login, as well as all manner of trackings. How many different devices have they used to access Facebook? How many different accounts are associated with their name? What accounts have they visited? What photos?
So, and again, it's just, and we don't even know the extent,
Right.
So,
but is that wrong? We signed up for the service.
You're right.
We read the terms of agreements.
But here's the thing, and Joe Rogan is kind of, I would say he's the first person to have coined the idea, and it's beginning to snowball. But I think at the end of the day, and that's why Twitter and Facebook was just recently brought in front of Congress, but at the end of the day, these things are becoming public utilities. They're no longer just a American pastime
platform.
Bingo. When the president is doing nothing but communicating nothing but through Twitter, Twitter has now become, people say the television is a utility, but we can't say these social media platforms aren't yet, when they brag in 2017 that they have more of an effect on an election than the actual politicians themselves. So, I don't know, what are your thoughts on kind of Facebook? How like you said, you read the terms of agreement. I use these platforms to try to grow a brand, reach new people, and they can be a healthy tool. But, and on the other side of the coin is the social dilemma, where they are trying to hijack and manipulate your biochemistry to really kind of control you and your choices.
You would love to say, just like anybody, oh, I'm smarter than the Facebook algorithm. But how do you really know at this point that it hasn't already won or hasn't already beaten you type of thing? Because there are more than enough people, especially on Instagram, and Instagram has been getting really bad with their algorithms too recently.
Don't even get me started.
God awful, and it's really making me upset just because it should have just been what it was, which was like a picture sharing platform, not where I'm scrolling through and half of the meme pages that are all now private are now just posting just lewd content and not safe for work content. And it's just like, bro, I know how to use Google incognito tab. I do not need you, Instagram, for this. Can we get back to the fuck? And I've gone back through and recently purged so much so I can try and get more of my, at this point, like art outlet content and just trying to connect with different artists and painters and whatnot through that. But even that's still so hard, just trying not to avoid every third swipe is a sponsor now. And it's just like, bro, I remember 3 years ago being able to get to yesterday's posts from my friends being like, oh, guess I'm all caught up. Good luck getting caught up nowadays, bro. Good luck. And then that's so depressing that you can't use these for what you want anymore. I mean, the South Park called it out perfectly years ago. I don't know if you watch a lot of South Park or not, but just the whole ads and the ads taking over and the ads becoming real life and everything like that. It's so apparent that so many people have their very strong biased views because of that one account that shared that one picture that for some reason that one didn't get fact checked, so it must be real now, and this is now what's behind their entire agenda of like why they're marching forward with whatever side you want to be on of it. It doesn't matter if it's right or left at all in the slightest. It matters how they're going about and communicating their information and trying to, like I was saying before, level and connect and grow at the same rate with somebody, not talk down to either side, because that's not doing nobody any good.
What also stinks, that, as you alluded to, is it creates these echo chambers. Like, I want to know what videos I liked at the beginning of this new algorithm that have put me in a box where I am on this side politically, on this spectrum, and they've completely sheltered the other, which in some respect I may like, but also I think you need the healthy balance even if you don't like it.
Right.
And now I'm in this echo chamber that's reinforcing my maybe ignorant ideas and perspectives, and I feel it's right, or I'm not exposed to what could be more right. So I'm 100% with you. What stinks is I don't know what we're going to do to break this. We're just increasingly marching closer to the movie Idiocracy.
Yes, 100%. And that's why I am not like trying to boast about this at all in the slightest, but I know for sure in high school I was way more left. I was way more liberal and this, that, and the other. And because the way the algorithms have been working for them, it has pushed me so much more to the right now, just with the level-headedness. And I swear to you that if I was way more right and I was on that right side seeing all that wife algorithm garbage getting pushed in your face, I would be all the way back on the left-hand side. It's just flipping people and isn't equaling anything out, isn't trying to inform anybody. It's just trying to get the most hoorah out of it so everybody's talking about whatever platform so somebody can get a bigger piece of the pie. Because it's still
right. And what really sucks for us, but what sucks for us, companies like Facebook and which is Instagram, but also Twitter, when you say they want a piece of the pie, we are so ignorant to how large that pie is. Yes. This is no longer, we're not even going to have time to get to it, but we had a list of all these really big food chains that are going out of business, and it's like, this isn't TGI Fridays just trying to stay in the black, right? Like, they have I don't know if you guys remember, it was probably around 2013. Facebook tried, and I think it very clearly never came to fruition. I don't know why, maybe it failed, but they put millions of dollars into this giant, it was like the biggest plane ever created, long, skinny, to give free Wi-Fi across the world. It was just going to fly the world and give everybody free Wi-Fi. But, some crazy Elon Musk dream, but at the end of the day, this is how much money they got. They're just, they got money to blow, and where they are using it, not to develop, but where they are actually using it within their company, is to further figure out ways to hijack your brain, like your perspective and everything else. So, we could beat this dead horse forever, but I think you really nailed it. Okay, so for the last game here, I'm going to be testing Vinny. And Vinny, actually, now that we're not playing videos, I'm going to take the laptop over a little bit. So,
all right.
You can't really see.
Can I look at the box?
Oh, yeah. So, we're playing Bean Boozled again. My friend here, Vinny, is competing for our new sweatshirts. There are just a few left in stock. Reach out to me if you want one. Dr. Fauci's How the Rona Stole Christmas. So it's big stakes today, Vinny. Actually, it's getting kind of warm. I know I'm going to get even hotter once I start gagging on this. So I'm going to make myself comfortable. Vinny.
Yes.
Okay, I have a list of 25 questions. I'm going to tell you what, you're likely not going to get any of them right.
Oh.
I went through them, and there was no world I was going to get them right, but they're fun. So they're fun. And here's how it's going to work.
Are you trying to tell me I need to eat 25 beans?
No.
Okay.
Oh, heck no.
All right.
You need to get 7 down. 7 swallowed. I'm going to give you 1 grace, okay? You can, if 1 fails, that's okay. You need to get 6 of 7 jelly beans swallowed. What we're going to do is just dump out the box. We're going to do a blind grab, and then we'll figure out which it could be between. So, it could be rotten egg or it could be buttered popcorn. I do remember buttered popcorn not being that good either.
Yeah, I know. I hate buttered popcorn. It's
so
such a
hope
shitty
for
jelly bean.
not that one. But these questions are fun. If you get the question right, you get to escape being Bean Boozled for the question, and you get the point. So 6 points gets you the sweatshirt. You will do me the favor of... So we're just going to dump these bad boys out.
Yeah.
But what you will do is do me the favor of picking 1 through 25, and that'll be your question.
All right. 24.
Oh, look at you. Okay. Where was the fortune cookie invented? Now, hold on. I'll kind of give you an idea. Give me a city.
Oh, I still feel like this is a trick fucking question.
I'll give you a bigger hint. It was actually in the United States.
That's where I was already thinking, and I was...
It wasn't going to be like Madrid, and I was going to be like, gotcha!
No, because my first thought was Singapore, and I was just like, wait, no. Fortune cookie. That seems like such an American thing.
Oh yeah.
So I gonna say Brooklyn.
Well, unfortunately, it was those wise humans in San Francisco.
Of course, it's San Francisco, famous for their fortune cookies.
I'm gonna be right there with you, but close your eyes. Go ahead and take your poison, quite literally. Oh, that looked fun. For me, we're gonna go with... Oh, great. What color? You're the green one. Yours is either gonna be booger or juicy pear. I need a swig of water. My mouth is dry. I'm gonna have too much taste. Mine can either be... Oh, this is new. Stink bug or toasted marshmallow.
Oh, God, those are both god-awful.
Hey, well, you know what? Marshmallow could be doable. It's stink bug. Well, I know I didn't get toasted marshmallow. Didn't get...
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. How did I know? Focus. Zen. Stinky bug. I'm trying to take it like a pill. It just won't.
What are my choices?
Booger, juicy pear. What sucks is when it gets stuck in your teeth and then it gets stuck in the back of your throat. But I survived it. Good call. There you go. Point 1. Point Vinny. Okay, here we go. Moving forward.
Know. I don't know if that was a pear or a booger. I kind of want to have another one to...
I'm going to be honest with you. Jury's still out on if it was a marshmallow or a bug. That was some funky taste. It didn't quite get to the point where I was miserable, but I was like, this surely ain't good. Okay, 1 through 25, neglect 24.
16.
Good call. What nickname was given to Rembrandt's The Night Watch after being over-restored in the 1940s? I don't even know what's going on in this question.
Yeah, same.
How about this? I'm going to substitute it with, there was a good one that I really liked, and I was like, ooh, what was that? I already know. Who invented the word vomit? Right. You're never going to get it, but it's a cool one.
Good old Abraham Lincoln.
Man, wrong. That was way off. But once I say it, you're going to go, I should have thought of that. You know who came up with the word vomit?
Who?
Shakespeare. Of course he did.
Damn.
Who's out here inventing words but Shakespeare? And how cool is it you could make up a word, and in 2020, it's WAP. That's the level of sophistication we've grown to. But back in the day where they were actually building civilization, imagine being this guy who was like creating language for humanity.
Right.
Like, this is such a word that you've used your whole life. And he was just like, I heard the vomit. You know, like, Juliet took the
Why did we
poison,
trust him?
Didn't see that she saw Romeo dead, and she took the poison, and it compelled her to vomit all over him. Like, who can, like, I don't even know where you come up with the, hey, whatever. Still cool. Thank you, Shakespeare. I love your word. Well, you were wrong. Oh, man, you really like them boogies.
This ain't good. Made a terrible mistake.
I think I screwed myself. Okay, I think we both should. Well, no, we're just gonna keep going.
We're here,
dude. I think I'm back to the toasted marshmallow and
the stink bug.
Stink bug. Well, cheers. I'm thinking this is toasted marshmallow. This is bad. He got it. He got it like a champion. Yeah, mine is not. This game is not.
There was so much cinnamon. Boogers are not that cinnamon. Oh.
You know what I realized is the bad flavors? I feel like they put an extra coating of sugar. Because even the last times I've done it, you're like, oh, that's kind of sweet. And then you realize, like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it was that third bite. I was like, I'm in trouble. Trying to keep my tongue away from that. Oh.
If it's the Shakespeare one, we'll skip it, but give me a number here.
Oh.
You got
7.
2 points. Oh, nice. Because you want to put it in the ethos. Speaking in it, you're going to get to 7. What were the first ice hockey pucks made out of? Ooh, that's a cool question.
Tree bark.
My guess is smashed cans. Dude. The first hockey pucks were made out of frozen cow dung.
Frozen shit.
Was your first one a good one at least?
Yeah, it was a pear because the second one was obviously not a pear.
Oh, okay. I gotta pass. These blue ones aren't bad because the blue toothpaste or berry blue, and toothpaste is just mint.
Oh, you suck.
You got orange, so you're,
bro.
You're dealing with. Okay, I can't tell. It's one of these oranges. Oh, okay. You definitely have
the lighter.
Dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie. Vinny, fate has not been in this. The fortune cookie.
No,
is not
this is the callback all the way from the start of the video with that damn girl and her damn squid. I don't want no dead fish.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I'm good. Oh, yummy. Berry blue. See how I get you to enjoy it. Man, my heart breaks for him. Oh, yeah, smoothie. That's
I hate bananas, but they taste so good right now, bro. Oh, beautiful. That's 3.
That's 3 points. Vinny's only got to get 3 more, and it's over. All right, can we get a number?
4.
Good call. What is the correct term for a question mark immediately followed by an exclamation mark. Wow, there's a term for this. I feel like it was invented by a 7-year-old with instant messenger.
Yeah. Ooh. It's not right, but it sounds fancy. What is juxtaposition?
Sorry. That was a very great guess. Better than anything I would have came up with. It is an interrobang.
Interrobang. Nice.
And I have it spelled on the screen. Interrobang. Well, we didn't get it. You're halfway there. It only gets better.
Ooh.
Oh, this is the worst.
Oh, this is your stink bug, ain't it?
Yeah, you'll survive it, trust me. Unless you get stink bug, and I never got stink bug.
What was
could
the other
get worse. Toasted marshmallow ain't thrilling, but
No.
it's doable. I'm gonna tell you what though, I got stinky socks or tutti frutti. I remember.
Oh,
stinky
yeah,
socks
I
being
remember.
the worst.
Mm.
I mean, I clearly spoiled milk was the worst, but stinky socks was right there. Cheers. Stink it. Oh crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's all mind over matter. I've become a veteran for the people. Look at that. Stinky socks no more. You got this done! Ah! Yes! Champion! The people's champion! You know what, Dr.
Bro, I'm
Fauci?
pretty sure you never got stink bug.
Yeah, I'm thinking not.
Oh my god! It tasted like a fart. How do they make something taste like a fart?
Beef stew! Beef stew!
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, actually. It tastes like beef stock. Oh, but like spoiled.
Oh. You know, I gotta say, the stinky socks was not thrilling, but I was able to get it down in a very professional manner.
Oh.
So, ain't nobody stealing Christmas from Vinny. Ain't nobody stealing Christmas from Vinny.
No, these beans might. Just themselves.
No, they're not.
All right.
Two more. We're almost out of the woods.
Two.
This is a good one. If you dug a hole through the center of the earth, starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? You can just answer this. We won't make this count because this is impossible to answer without a globe. It's just an interesting fact.
Say the thing again.
If you dug... So remember, New Zealand, folks, which is the hottest destination I want to go to because that's where Game of Thrones was filmed. It is right outside of Australia. So if you were to dig a hole from New Zealand through the earth, what European country would you come at on the other side? Rona.
That stink bug
It's terrible.
was in the teeth.
That's the worst when it gets stuck in your molars and it just resonates.
So, what city am I digging through?
If you're going from New Zealand through the earth, what European country do you get to on the other side? Where you come out? It is a European country.
Istanbul.
Spain.
That's what I said.
But we'll let you pick another number because that one was just an interesting fact. I'm not thrilled with it. Didn't impress me. Spain. What is Scooby-Doo's full name? Bet. That's what we're replacing it with. Because you picked 2, this is 22.
I don't know. It's obviously the wrong answer, but I just want to say Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
That's a good answer. I shake your hand. That is a good answer.
That's the theme song. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
So I'm with you.
All right.
A sophisticated person would say you're right. The internet, this Einberg News says you're wrong, and that it's Scoobert Doo. Scoobert Doo.
Fuck, that name is Scoobert.
It's something I would say.
Scoobert.
At the end of the day, though, we're back at it. Just to imagine he came out and, he was a young little whippersnapper, and before they got the munchies, he was quite an astute reader. So just picture like a Scooby-Doo with glasses.
Scoobert.
Scoobert. Oh! Yo, Vinny
No,
had
why?
his hand on the blue. and then slipped. Blue's the move, I'm telling you, because it's toothpaste is the bad. It's like it's just mint. But here we go, game time. As I'm with you with the boogers.
That's booger. I thought it was canned dog food.
Canned dog food or the chocolate pudding. No, I've got your boogers over here. Canned dog food is not good, dude.
Alex, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I am legitimately scared. Like my stomach, I've been eating all day.
Oh no.
So my stomach is turning, and it is not a good time. But you know what?
For the people.
Yeah, for the people. Oh.
And the dog food. Boogers. Spicier than I would have ever suspected.
Not that bad. No stink bug, that's for sure.
I'm not a fan of this booger, though. Like, oh, I almost gave it all up there. It tastes like rotten, crappy yellow cheese you get at nachos at like a high school game.
Ooh, you don't need to put an image to the taste of my mouth right now.
Yours smells bad.
Oh,
just the smell.
Everything you just described. That's what the taste turned into. You just like incepted me with that taste now. That's so bad. But it was no stink bug.
Yeah. Okay. At the end of the day, Vinny has reached almost the finish line. You're there. One last stride, and we are through it. You're the man's champion. I should have had a sweatshirt here ready for you. That just means I gotta drop it off or something soon. But we are gonna get you there. We're one away. What is our last question? Give me a number.
Do we gotta end it where they want us to end it? Is obviously question number 1.
This is a fun question though. What is the most common color of toilet paper in France?
Huh.
Right?
If their answer is some stupid ass shade of white, like opaque
eggshell.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so upset.
It is a basic color. If you could just
I'm gonna say
green.
pink.
You're gonna say what?
Pink.
You're gonna say what?
Pink.
The answer is pink. Ending it.
Yeah,
Vinny, ending it strong. You got
those fancy
sweatshirt.
ass French people. I love it. Of course it would be pink. Why wouldn't it? All I was thinking was like a generic. I don't even watch James Bond. I was thinking of a generic like James Bond movie. Like, what would he be looking at over there after just getting with some hot like French broad? He'd be looking over there in the bathroom where she's standing next to the little stand of toilet paper, pink toilet paper. It just made sense.
You nailed it. And
Nice.
so you are ending in a fiery blaze of glory. You've got question number 1. You called it perfectly.
Nice.
The people's champion. So Vinny, I really appreciate you coming on here as we wrap
you.
up.
Thank
Guys,
you.
do me the favor. Vinny hopped on, and we're going to be starting a fun, great community. As I've said in the past, go join the Neuro Gym for free. Become a
Yes.
member. You get to customize your channel. Vinny's got an awesome name. And, get yourself a profile picture, a cover photo, set it up just like all your other social medias, and then join the intellectual fun where we have some laughs and have some thoughts. So at the Rethink Tank website, join the Neuro Gym. As always, you could buy some dank merch like Joe Biden Frax. As we hooked up, Vinny's taking home a Joe Biden Frax shirt. And now we've got the new sweatshirts for the holiday.
Yes.
You can always support us by getting merch. But the best thing you could do for the Rethink Tank is share this video. Please, if you can, share this with your friends. Share the laughs. We gagged for your entertainment.
Yes.
The least you could do is share the love.
I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy.
I now like the whole like month ago where I was like chilling in my basement. I was just just hanging out. And I was just like, what? I'll check out some of these Rethink Tanks. And I was like, yeah, it's enjoyable. It's fun. So I'm really happy for all of you guys. So thank you, Alex, for letting me
Vinny,
indulge
please
myself.
tell us about your band. Where can they find you? Where can they find
Quick
everyone?
Mystery. That once again, that is Quick Mystery. We're on the Instagrams, we're on the Facebooks. That's where we'll ever be posting like shows or new updates or the new album that we're trying to get done in 2021. Where we actually just recorded the song 3 days ago.
That looked awesome.
2 days ago or something like that. So I'm really excited to hear that one kind of get finalized out and everything. But at the same time, if you want to check out our album that we already got out there, it's on the iTunes, the Spotify's, the YouTubes. So worst case,
And you just came out with a new music video on YouTube too.
New
so check
music
them out
video
on
as
YouTube.
well. Just a couple months ago, we filmed it at the car wash over in Lakewood, where I work at. And funny enough, I asked my boss about it. Like the responsible, even though I'm the GM and I run his 3 stores, the responsible, logical thing to do would be ask your boss to do something, to use his property. And I looked and I was telling him that, yo, I want to film this music video and destroy these instruments and use your wash and do all that. And he was like, you know, Vinny, sometimes there's times where you ask for forgiveness, not permission. That was one of these times. How am I supposed to know that? How am I ever? So from now on, now I understand that I can film music videos at work after hours. I can get the strippers and the blow and all that, and I just got to ask for forgiveness. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. But no, go check out that music video. It's Like a Machine, Quick Mystery. That's why we did it at a car wash, because car wash is like a machine, as dumb as it is, but we had a great time doing it. See us banging some instruments, rocking out. Yeah, and check out that self-titled EP that we got out as well.
Hell yes. So guys, and honestly, the sound is so new, and you know, it is fun living the evolution of music, no matter what period of time you're in.
Yes.
And it seems like you watch this European wave, and it's becoming very techno and very like, I haven't gotten there yet. But what is great is I'm a very classic rock type of guy. That is my music. I look at this new crap where the wet-ass pussies are being thrown around, and I go, this isn't music. And what's really cool is it is a new modern evolution of rock, and I love it. It's great. We don't have enough of it anymore. There's no real music, so do yourself a favor and check it out. Also, guys, final thoughts. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We got an Instagram. What else? There's a Rethink Tank page. And honestly, go to the website and you'll find everything there. So, Vinny, as always, I love you, brother.
Thank you, man.
I want to get you on here again. We'll
Let's
make
do
it
it.
happen. And, guys, we'll catch you next time. Peace. Vinny, you're the man, brother.
Yeah, dude.
You've got an iron stomach. I appreciate you.
Oh, dude, I hate it so much. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. I can't believe that I went through with that. I told myself that there's no way I would do that. No fucking way. Dirty dishwasher or birthday cake? Are you kidding me?